Imagine stepping into a mech towering, powerful, ready to unleash destruction. You expect a game that's thrilling, fair, and above all, fun without emptying your wallet. But what if the promise of epic battles and sleek design came wrapped in aggressive paywalls, grinding loops, and price tags that make you blink twice? Welcome to Mecha Break, a game that launched with a bang but quickly revealed the cracks beneath its shiny armor. This isn't just about one game, it's a glaring window into the state of modern, free-to-play design, where ambition and greed often collide, and players get caught in the crossfire. Hey, it's PixelatedQuest here. We're diving deep into the games you love and sometimes love to hate. If you like deep dives with a dash of sarcasm and a sprinkle of truth, hit the like button, subscribe, and don't forget to leave a comment telling us your worst free-to-play frustration. Now let's get into why Mecha Break feels less like a breakthrough and more like a cautionary tale. Mecha Break launched just a week ago, and on the surface it's got everything that should work. Slick mech designs, fast-paced third-person combat, and a flashy hero shooter style that promises cinematic thrills. The initial hype was real, players flocked to it, curious to pilot their own customizable mechs through chaotic, colorful battles. Early impressions praised its crisp combat mechanics and visual polish, but the honeymoon didn't last long. As the dust settled, the real story emerged, not one of innovation, but one of monetization run amok. Mecha Break's gameplay isn't all that bad. The controls feel responsive, the mechs have personality, and there's a certain joy in blasting enemies with an oversized laser or rocket fists. If it were a traditional premium game, this might have been enough. But this isn't the game. It's a free-to-play title, meaning the business model matters as much as the gameplay. And here's the problem. The game's aggressive monetization is drowning the fun. Microtransactions in Mecha Break aren't just the usual skins or minor cosmetics. Some of the most desirable mechs, the very core of the gameplay experience, are locked behind a premium currency that you can only get by paying real money or grinding endlessly. Want the shiny mech with the coolest abilities? Get ready to either empty your wallet or invest dozens of hours in farming for tokens. This isn't by no means just a support the developers situation, it's a deliberate gatekeeping of gameplay content behind paywalls. The price? They're eye-watering. Cosmetic items range from a few dollars to over $50 for single skins.
What the fuck is this piece of shit?
Yes, $50 for a skin. That's far more than the average new indie game costs. This feels less like optional extras and more like predatory cash grab. It's the kind of monetization that turns excited players into frustrated critics overnight. Now, some might argue that this is just the price of making a free game. Developers need to eat after all. But where Mecha Breaks fails spectacularly is in balance and respect for the players. Free-to-play doesn't have to mean pay to win or pay for fun. It's about smart, fair design that rewards engagement and skill without punishing those who choose not to pay. Mecha Break's model feels more like a high-stakes casino where progress and customization are chips you have to buy or lose. But monetization isn't the only sore spot. Mecha Break launched without the promised single-player campaign or story mode. This absence is glaring because it robs the game of narrative depth and context that might have made the multiplayer battles feel more meaningful. Instead, players are thrust into repetitive matches with little to no story payoff. The result? A gameplay loop that quickly grows tiresome, especially when combined with a grind-heavy unlock system. If Mecha Break's gameplay loop is a shiny mech, its progress system is a rusted gearbox. Unlocking content is deliberately slow and grindy, making the free path feel like a chore. This design encourages spending, sure, but it also drains the joy from casual players who just want to hop in and have fun. The game asks for your time, patience, and potentially your money, sometimes all three just to access what should have been standard content. Looking beyond Mecha Break itself, it's a perfect snapshot of a broader problem in the free-to-play landscape. The tension between making games accessible and making profits has pushed many developers to adapt predatory tactics disguised as player choice. From loot boxes to overpriced cosmetics and gated progression, the industry has been spiraling towards models that prioritize short-term revenue over long-term player goodwill. And it's no secret that this hurts the games. Player backlash is loud and clear. Forums flooded with complaints, sketching reviews, and growing communities rallying against these practices. But why do these models persist? Because unfortunately they work. They squeeze money out of whales, those few players willing to spend hundreds or thousands and treat the rest as secondary. The real tragedy is how these choices impact creativity and innovation. Instead of focusing on building rich, engaging experiences, developers get trapped in a cycle of designing around monetization. Mecha Break could have been a showcase of mech combat brilliance. Instead, it feels like a cautionary tale of what happens when a game's economic design overshadows its gameplay. So, what can we learn from Mecha Break? For one, the free-to-play design needs a serious rethinking. Developers and publishers have to realize that trust and player respect are as important as revenue. Sustainable games come from communities that feel valued, not exploited. If the industry continues down this path, we risk losing the very players who make gaming vibrant and alive. If you're like me and tired of these microtransaction traps, you're not alone. Mecha Break is just the last chapter in an ongoing saga of games promising the stars but delivering toll booths. It's worth asking, what kind of free-to-play games do we really want? One where creativity and fun comes first, or one where every shiny mech is just another price tag? If you enjoyed this dive into what Mecha Break reveals about modern free-to-play design, please like this video, subscribe to my channel for more honest gaming analysis, and drop your thoughts in the comments below. What is the worst monetization scheme you've ever encountered? Have you played Mecha Break, and what's your take on it? Let me know in the comments below. Thanks for watching, and as always, stay curious, because gaming deserves better. Congratulations to the winners of this giveaway, listed here. Send me an email to claim your Steam key. If you also want to participate in the next giveaway, which will be in the next video I release, simply subscribe to my channel. I will be picking 5 random subscribers with each video releasing. Have a wonderful day!